Hey everyone.
Hi guys, so today we wanted to talk about and share our experience with Landstar Orientation. Let me tell you a little bit about their orientation process, or at least the process we went through. It's a 2-day orientation, and since we are Express America, from my understanding, the only Landstar Center that they do the Express America orientation is in the Rockford, Illinois location. And they only do it twice a month. That's why it took us so long to get into the orientation. Because
Well, not only that, while we were there at orientation, they told us, they have an extensive process that they do a lot of background checks and, check your driving records and check your previous history. One of the main things that can really hold you up getting on with Landstar is when they request your driver history from your previous company. The previous company has up to 30 days to legally get that to them, so they can drag their feet if they want to. So, and I think that's what held us up quite a bit, was they were waiting on stuff back from Panther.
yeah, makes us feel good, and that not just anybody can get into that company. They have standards.
Very high standards for their drivers, and
Yeah.
they don't just hire anybody.
Yeah.
But one of the cool things that we liked, and I've never heard this out of any Expedite company, was this awesome
hotel. It's really awesome. Orientation was Wednesday and Thursday. We were able to check into the hotel Tuesday night.
Yep.
And even though our orientation was Wednesday and Thursday, we were missing 2 of the comm data cards we needed. We have to have 3 comm data cards with Express America. It's very confusing. We're still kind of confused about it.
Yeah.
But they had only sent us 1, so they needed to overnight us the other 2 that we needed, because that's how we get paid. They were so nice enough to extend our hotel stay not only just for Friday, but until Monday. So we actually are going to be in this hotel from Tuesday till Monday, almost a whole week, and Landstar is paying for it. That's awesome.
Also, it gives us the time to finish up some of the training courses that they had us wanted us to do that were on their website, like hazmat training courses, logs, what kind of things would put you out of service, how many points those CSA, a bunch of different courses that they have online. So we've been spending a lot of time taking care of those.
Yeah.
Also, we had to get those hood mirrors installed on our truck. It's a requirement with Landstar to have those hood mirrors. They provide them to you,
Which
but
is
it's
awesome too.
Yeah, it's our responsibility to have them installed. We did a little video about how to install those, how we did them on our truck, and we'll share that with you guys too. Just the fact that they provided those for us, I mean, they aren't cheap. I think they're about $100 a piece. So
yeah, that's really awesome. We've noticed at Landstar, they're very driver oriented.
They want us to stick around.
Of their drivers, yeah.
They want their drivers to be successful, because if we're successful, they're going to be successful. If they have good drivers, they're going to be a good company. They're going to have low CSA scores. They're going to have, customers will want to use them because they know they hire the top-notch drivers.
And we got free hats. We didn't have to beg for a hat.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the first day of orientation. So the first day, a lot of it was on hazmat training. And
even at the end of the day, we all had to take a hazmat test.
Yeah, it was safety and hazmat training. Landstar is really safety oriented. I think we've said that before, but they're very, very safety conscious, very safety oriented. So that was what most of the first day consisted of. The first half of the day, I think there was, 6 of us in there?
Yeah, 6 of us, and I think some of the other class attendants they were already with Landstar. They weren't actually in orientation, but they were required to go to this class because they had a minor fender bender, or just a small accident. Something like that happens, Landstar wants to
retrain, I guess.
Retrain, make sure you're understanding the implications of these little things like that, how it affects everybody. Like any orientation, it's always going to be information overload. It's, there's so much information that they're trying to squeeze into those 2 days. But they do provide us with a lot of books and stuff that we can take and read. Yeah, lots of tools and stuff that we could take later and read up and really familiarize ourselves with, you know, procedures and stuff like that.
Another thing that Landstar does during the orientation is they provide us lunch both days. They have lunch catered in for all the orientation attendees, and then once the orientation attendees get their plates, they let any other drivers eat too. By midday of the first day, we were down to 4 of us in orientation because the first half was the safety part, and the other few people that were in there, that's all they had to attend. So by lunch, they were gone.
Day 2, it was just us by ourselves. That was it. It was just us with the teacher. His name's Steve.
Cool guy.
Really
cool
nice guy.
too.
Yeah, he's unique in his way, I'll say.
Unique, but really cool. He had a good way of not making it boring and mundane.
Yeah, he did have a lot of stories, you know, that, but for the most part, you know, he was real informational, you know, a lot of information he provided us.
Yeah, really cool. So yeah, so the first half of the second day, we were there by ourselves, which was really nice because we were able to ask more questions, I feel like, and not take up a bunch of people's time. He gave us some information, some handouts about some health insurance that's available to us. Landstar being such a large company, they offer a lot more things for their drivers. I'm not going to say it's company benefits because we're not company drivers. You basically get better discounts on things because they are a larger company.
Right.
Yeah, he gave us some information on some healthcare insurance.
That we'll be looking into because the past 4 years we have not had health insurance.
Yeah,
so
that on the Trucker Buddy program, which we know about. Some other things that we kind of already knew about. Got more handouts the second day, more things. Oh, we got a lock for the back and seals because they really require everything to be sealed. So we got a big packet of seals.
After lunch, we had 2 more attendees join the class. I guess there was something that they needed to redo also. The second half of the day was a lot of
going over the paperwork, all the paperwork that we need to do for Express America loads,
how to get paid.
A lot.
It's a lot of paperwork. Yeah.
It is a lot more. It's kind of overwhelming. Steve had said that it's kind of cumbersome and they've been trying to get it changed because Express America is on their own system, different from Ranger and Inway, so they do things a little bit differently. Yeah. And that's why we have to have 3 different com data cards too, because one is an Express, one is for Ranger, and then
one's a settlement card.
One's a settlement card. So yeah, and the other couple, they have been running for a couple weeks, but when they did their orientation, they're running for an owner, and I think they kind of did stuff backwards like we did, and they didn't really get any training on the paperwork side of the way to do the paperwork correctly. So that's why they were there. But yeah, it was a lot of going over the paperwork, what we need to do for each job, how we send in our paperwork to get paid.
They also went over the load boards, you know, kind of showed us how to get on the board, look for loads, how to show our position, how to put ourselves in service, out of service from their website, stuff like that. Just a lot of information on that to really kind of help you get going, how to find jobs and stuff, lists of brokers, things like that.
Yeah, making sure we understood how to do all of that. The second day, they did logo the truck. The first day, which we didn't talk about, they put the Qualcomm in.
First day was Qualcomm.
Second day was logoing.
Yeah. Orientations are always going to be extremely overwhelming because they're just bombarding you with information. It's just, you're trying to cram all this stuff in your head and you're going to forget stuff. You know, the one thing I really like about Landstar is the Landstar family, you know, the drivers out there that really, you know, there's a ton of Facebook groups of Landstar BCOs that are willing to help you answer questions. You can go on and ask questions, and you know, I've talked to so many different people who have offered gave us their phone numbers so we could text them or call them if we have any questions. And us some broker codes or agent codes of people who we can call and try to get a load from, and you know, where do we get started, and you know, the Landstar family of drivers they are really good. It really makes us feel welcome, you know, as drivers. It really makes us feel comfortable, and to know that there's people out there to ask, you know. We're not just going into this blinded and not not knowing how to make money at this. Resources that are available from other drivers, I think, is the greatest resource of all. You know,
I would say not just the drivers, but the support people.
Yeah.
The interaction that we've had so far with all of them in Express America.
It's been really helpful.
It's been really pleasant.
Yeah.
Very pleasant.
They reach out to us. They've been calling
pleasant.
us, you know, welcome to Landstar, you
Yes.
know. We're not calling and feeling like we're bugging anybody when we do make a call.
Right.
So it's really been welcoming.
Yes.
I really like that.
Yeah,
and
it's been awesome.
we're ready to get rolling though. You know, we stayed at the hotel over the weekend. We've done all of our training courses, online training courses that they have. I think the last thing we need to do is transfer our logs to the approved Landstar log form.
Yeah, Landstar has their own logbook. You can't just go and buy it at the truck stop, those logbooks. They want you to use their logbook, which is fine. It's basically the same thing. It's just they have some extra stuff on there. We have to log all of our time, even though we technically didn't start with the orientation until this last week. We have to log our time from the time we were hired, which was the 21st of last month. We have to log our time when we were in Reno, because even though we drove our personal vehicle, that was still on-duty time for the classes.
We don't have to log the driving time, just the on-duty time that when we were in the class.
Right.
I think that's all we really needed to get finished up, and then we'll be ready to go. We'll probably check out a
hotel room tomorrow night and just get back in the truck and be ready to roll Monday. We are so excited and so ready to get going.
2 months, no work.
Yeah, it was nice having the time off, but we're ready to roll. We are, like I said, we're super excited. We couldn't be more happier with the transition so far with Landstar. And yeah, we think that we're going to be really, really happy, and I think it was a good move for us to do this.
I think they'll be pleased with us. We'll be pleased with them. I think it's going to be a good partnership. I really do. Yeah.
Kind of our little orientation experience in a nutshell. If you all have any questions, leave it down below in the comments. Find us on Facebook. You can always send us an email. Our links to everything on how to contact us are always down in the description box below. Give us a thumbs up if you liked this video and are excited as we are to get started on this new journey. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and until our next video, peace, love, and expediting!